Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Art Hunter channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a book. Kind of big book, not as heavy or thick. This is the Treasures of Disney Animation Art. We're going to be looking at all the goodness that's inside. There's a lot of cool visuals, and it might be something you want to add to your collection. I like big books. This is definitely, width and height. It's bigger. It's not as thick as some of the other books I collect. Doesn't make it as heavy, but it does. It feels nice in the hands, and it also has a lot of cool visuals. If you're interested in animation collecting, the cells and arts and concept pieces, backgrounds, this could be a good book for you to reference and to look at some of these pieces and how they're designed, or it might just be something that you're, a Disney fan. You're a huge mouse head. Is that what you call them? I don't know. It's not, never mind. Anyway, but if you like Disney or you like animation cell collecting, this could be a cool book. So let's go ahead and take a look further inside, and you can make the decision for yourself. All right. Yeah, it is a nice size book. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's not too thick though, so it's not overtly huge and heavy. It's not going to give you back disorders or hernia or anything like that. Looks like there's some some text background information regarding the book, and then we get right into the animation stuff. The Skeleton Dance from 1929. All the way up to, The Flying Mouse, 1934. So this is some really, really early stuff that they start with in the beginning here. I was seeing if there was I missed a year on the front. So it gets into some very early stuff. And as always, we don't flip through every page. I'm skipping a few at a time here so that you can enjoy the book if you get it for yourself. Now we get into some Goofy, some pretty cool goofster there. The Evil Queen. This doesn't look quite, this isn't quite polished, it doesn't seem like. Look at her proportions are a little bit off and such. Some of the initial sketches probably figuring out what she was going to look like. These look like some original backgrounds here. This is Mickey and the Beanstalk? No. The Brave Little Tailor? Yeah, it says The Brave Little Tailor, but is that the one where Mickey is in the beanstalk? And then, Donald is cutting beans very thinly? That's one thing I remember. Remember Donald Duck and this Mickey, maybe it was the Brave Little Tailor, I don't know. It was Mickey and a beanstalk, and Donald was they were starving, and they were serving up beans, and they had one bean, and they were cutting it up, and they cut it, it was translucent. It was so thin, and then they just fed it to each other. I thought it was hilarious. Starvation and poverty. It's just hilarious, isn't it? No. But in the Mickey cartoon as a kid, I was like, they're sure going to be hungry. What's this, Gargoyles? I think that's a Disney show, right? Yeah. Oh, no. This is not Gargoyles. I think Gargoyles was on the Disney Channel. This is The Night of Bald Mountain from Fantasia. I remember Fantasia, but I don't remember a lot of the specifics. I can just, if you show me bits and pieces of it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming back to me. But I don't know what in the world is this. What in the world is happening? Do you know what this is? I do not. It looks like, okay, I'm getting maybe a figure, maybe a ghost playing a trumpet. A little circus elephant. Dumbo is supposed to be a part of the clown act. Well, that's this. Yeah, but what's this? Just tell me what this is. Oh, there's other stuff. Hold on. We're going back. We're finding this out. Who cares about going in? So is this... Never mind, I hate it. This is not my favorite scene in Dumbo where they had this kind of fever dream. I think I maybe mentioned this before, but these are, I think, elephants playing their trunks and the music in a psychedelic fashion. So yeah, let's go skip over that. If some of you like Dumbo, I don't want to offend you. I hope it's good. You can like it. It leaves more for you because it wasn't much of a fan. I didn't mind the Dumbo the movie. It was just that weird psychedelic fever dream I didn't care for. I actually didn't mind the new live action Dumbo. People probably hate me for that, but Briar Rabbit. And I like the mixture here. So they've got some backgrounds. They got some sketch art. It seems more of the concept, the conceptual pieces, more than anything. I haven't really seen a lot of cell art here specifically. But again, it's kind of cool seeing this because you don't necessarily see all of these concept pieces all the time. So being able, oh, there's a more polished cell there. We're getting into some of the cell setups here. But it's kind of nice to be able to see the progression of stuff and how they got it to happen. I like the concepts and see how they change. Like, how does this go from, an idea about what'll be in Sleeping Beauty to a sketch to a line drawing to the finished production? It's just a cool process. The Aristocats. What else we got here? The Rescuers. Oh, this is far off, it looks like, from what the Rescuers ended up. Yeah, maybe not. I guess this might have. Maybe I'm not remembering this scene. It just looks off from maybe the final look and feel of everything. All right, and you got a nice index in the back, so you can look up particular films, and terminology and such to see examples of what's there. I'm just trying to look through here. Yeah, they got a lot of different Mr. Toad, so they break it down by character. Pink elephant sequence in Dumbo. That's what we were looking at before. Oh, the pink elephant sequence. Oh, it wasn't my favorite. Yeah, it's a nice book. Dust cover kind of covers up a whole lot of not much. Yeah, there's not much there in the way of cover art. Just kind of plain. You got an embossed Mickey holding what appears to be a shotgun. It's a hunter Mickey, so maybe we'll just leave the cover on. That's probably more appealing. So yeah, this is kind of a cool book. Again, it's a nice reference piece if you are collecting Disney art to kind of see some of the production stuff or to cross check what things you might be interested in buying. But also, it can be something that is just fun to look at. It's just visually appealing, and it's nice to be able to share with others. As I said, I like a big book. This one's a little bit bigger and wider than the traditional book you might find in the bookstore or the ones that you might collect. But it's a showpiece book. It's something that you want to put on a coffee table. You want to have displayed with your animation art. You want to put with your Disney collection. And it has some really cool visuals in it and some real neat pieces. Some of the older stuff, and it kind of shows you how the process. It shows you that behind the scenes look, that behind the curtain peek, if you will, to how the animation process worked and how they design certain things. And that's, for me, what animation cell collecting is all about. I mean, there's a certain art to how they take something from a concept in their mind to making it into a pencil drawing, to then inking it, to then coloring it, to then putting it on the screen, to then putting it together, and editing it. I just think it's a whole neat process. And this is a book for fans of Disney or animation cell art collecting that I think is going to be a real asset to your collection. So I recommend it, The Treasures of Disney Animation Art book. We'll see you next time on Pop Art Hunter.